One of the easiest ways to find case law governing a particular issue in Westlaw is using Westlaw Answers. Westlaw Answers uses artificial intelligence backed by Westlaw's patented attorney editor annotations to quickly provide you with answers to thousands of common legal questions. Let's say, for example, you've been given a fact pattern in which a New York-based tabloid magazine published a false story about a local celebrity. You've been asked to determine if the celebrity will prevail on a suit for defamation. So first things first, we need to understand what defamation is and the elements needed to prove it. So let's begin by setting our jurisdiction selector to New York. And we're setting our jurisdiction selector to New York based on the facts that we have. Next, let's type into the search bar, what are the elements for defamation? And you'll notice as I'm typing, a drop-down menu appears and there is a suggestion for what are the elements of defamation. So let's select that option. All right, it looks like we have an answer to our question. In order to prove a claim for defamation, the plaintiff must show 1, a false statement that is 2, published to a third party, 3, without privilege or authorization, and that 4, plaintiff has caused harm unless the statement is one of the types of publications actionable regardless of harm. So we can see that this comes from the Cardali v. Slater case. We also see that we received a similar answer that's been pulled from the Deere Consumer Products Inc. v. Little case. If I select View More, I can find a list of all of the New York State cases that provide us with an answer to our question, what are the elements of defamation? So you might be wondering, what do I do with this answer? Is this the law? Where did it come from? Does it have precedential value? So let's take a deeper look. Let's select the answer above the case name. And that's going to not only bring us to the case where the answer was derived, but it also brings us to the headnotes in that case, specifically the headnote where this answer came from. In this case, headnote number 2 lays out the elements for defamation. So now I can select headnote number 2 to jump to the opinion of the case where these elements are first discussed. This is a great way to begin your research. Keep in mind that sometimes our research requires a little more background information before we can use Westlaw Answers. If that's the case, the best place to start your research is with secondary sources. For more guidance on secondary sources, check out the How Do I Better Understand an Unfamiliar Issue of Law and which secondary sources will be most helpful in aiding my research videos.